Hello guys, this is Apple122596 here, and today I'm going to be telling you how to beat Slenderman. That's right, that really scary horror adventure game I'm going to be showing you how to beat. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a map of the locations of all the landmarks and where the pages could be. Okay, so there it is. So now I'm going to go through some tips and leave the map up there just so if I need to reference it, it is actually there. So here are some of the basic tips. A key strategy is to know how to get to each location quickly, no matter how well you play. If you get lost, you won't complete the game. So, yeah, that one should be pretty self-explanatory. Just look at the map and figure out where you are relative to it. Another thing is, once you know the map, plan routes between one landmark to the other so you know how to get there quickly. Your torch has a battery life around 20 minutes, so unlikely that you'll finish a game if you take this long. How fast Slenderman move towards you is determined on how many notes you've collected. Taking too long will increase the difficulty and his speed no matter what. Jogging slowly drains your stamina, which replenishes gradually after a pause of 1 second, so don't want to be jogging around too much. You can sprint for a short time after getting scared by Slenderman. This will drain your stamina a lot quicker, but it'll help you get away faster. Now some tips for survival. Looking directly at the Slenderman for too long will allow him to get you. Get a solid object between you and him and back away. So if the Slenderman was to pop out in front of you, and you're, say, over by the rocks, you could just put the rock in between you and him. I actually did that once while I was playing. And that was actually a tactic. So if you see static on your screen, as in pixelation, Slenderman is somewhere close. Stronger static means you're looking more directly at him or you are closer to him. So, that one should be, most people know that if they've played and lost. Now, what I recommend doing, don't visit the bathroom maze, which is in the center of the map, unless it's first or last. I recommend doing it first because the odds are Slender won't pop out at you. Another thing is keep your flashlight switched off for as much of the time as possible. Once you know where you're headed, switch it off and walk in the dark, because the Slenderman can see your light and will find you faster if it is on. So that will help you survive a little bit better. Don't jog too much. You'll save your stamina for if Slenderman pops out at you. That one should be kind of obvious. Slenderman will teleport around the map, but can only jump to locations you aren't directly looking at. So this includes behind trees ahead of you, so it's pretty risky. So, yeah. Some players will line Slenderman up with a tree so that he's directly behind the tree as you face it. You can walk backwards away from the tree and put some distance between you. This trick isn't essential to win in earlier versions, but it becomes more useful in the newer ones. Tip number 8 for survival. Never walk backwards unless you're using the tree tactic mentioned above and you know where Slender is. Otherwise, you're probably going to back right into him. Tip number 9. Once you have Slender in your sights at a safe distance, you can stand still and regain stamina. Ideally, keep a solid object between you and him. Keep checking that he's still there. You don't want him teleporting behind you or anything. So, now for the very useful part of this video. The note locations. Note can spawn only on landmarks. They will never spawn in trees or anything. There are 10 possible locations and 8 notes to find, so 2 locations will be empty on any playthrough. So, they can either be on the house by the red truck, on the blue truck in the tunnel, on the red tower inside the bathrooms, on the wall shaped like a plus, on the big tree in the middle of the path, on one of the oil tanks, on the 6 tall wooden pillars, on one of the big group of rocks. Those are the only places they can be. Your initial goal should be to learn where each landmark is relative to the others, like I mentioned earlier, to enable you to plan a route to get from one to the other. Now, the last part of this, I don't know too much about, but there's 2 different cheat modes. One is called day mode, where you play the game, except it's in day. The map is a lot less creepy, but you'll probably still jump. So you won't need a flashlight, so that's helpful. And then there's $20 mode, where Slenderman sings when you look at him. And these modes don't change your gameplay in any other way. So those are all the tips I have about playing Slenderman and beating it, and I hope these helped you out. I found this actually on a website, and I found it to be very informative, and I wanted to show it to all of you guys, just so you know exactly what you're doing. Now, keep in mind, it might be a little glitchy because Slender is in beta, and so yeah, there could be some unexpected glitches or something, but the one thing I do recommend the most is checking that bathroom maze first, because Slender won't pop out at you if you turn a corner really quick. So, anyways, thanks for watching this short little 5.5 minute video, I guess, and I will see you guys next time.